last time, it's my officer report as Commodore. Right, when I was elected to the post of Commodore of the Macwester Owners Association in February 2018, I was so very proud. As the first female Commodore in the association's history, I was determined I was going to make my mark. But how wrong did that go? During my first year, I organised a couple of East Coast rallies which went well. And Chris and I travelled around the country on various occasions, and we always went Macwester spotting in different harbours and ports wherever we were. I'm sad to say that some members who used to organise local rallies on the south coast, for example, have sadly passed away. But I always lived in hope that others would take up the task of organising rallies, and sadly that hasn't happened. One of our rallies in 2019 involved Macwester boats meeting in the River Orwell to watch the very famous Pinmill barge match. Anyway, now my time as Commodore has sadly come to an end, but it is with pleasure that I'm going to be handing over to Peter. And I wish you all the best in the role, Peter, as the world slowly recovers. And I wish all members brilliant sailing days ahead in their magnificent Macwesters. Thank you. Right, technical officer.
Right, it's been very quiet lately. Not a few inquiries, but not that many. But one thing with Rob is going to do, they're going to all the old articles. They're try and get them scanned and put on the website, so you can actually get them to yourself for full members. So hopefully, when that's done, that will be really good. Yeah, if anybody needs any help, they can contact me, email or phone, and if I can help, I will. And if I can't, as you said, Bob Tufnell, who's in France, he actually built them. So he's got a better understanding of the little nicky parts of Macwesters where I just do general whatever. Yeah.
I'm now celebrating my 11th year as Honorary Membership Secretary, and what a year it's been, with lots of changes starting to emerge. First of all, I'd like to thank Rob Woonwell for all his work on our MOA website, which has made the process of joining the association much smoother. Many members valued the boat list. I don't know, it's been some years since we've done this list. In the Spring Journal, we used to send out a boat list, and it literally had the name of the owner, the boat name, and where the boat was located. And Chris and I always keep ours on the boat, and if we see a Macwester, we'll either go and we look it up quickly, is that a member? And we'll go and say hello and talk about Macwesters, and we found that a really useful tool. And we've had quite a lot of debate in the in committee meetings to say, should we still be publishing this? And afterwards I'm going to ask your thoughts on that, because it is giving out information. Lastly, I would like to announce that it has been the very best year of my 11 years, with 19 new members, wow, beating last year's record-breaking figure of 18 new members. Today we have a total membership of 134 members, not including spouses and partners. We're a very small association, but we're definitely steadfast. Right, H will have a quick update from the journal, and then tea and coffee. Right.
Oh, right, Mr. Journal. Journals, yeah. Where was I? As I've said before on these days, actually, what happens in the journal is your responsibility, not mine. I just put it together. You do the articles, or you don't do the articles. So all I do is just jig about with a laptop and send it to printer, and there it goes.
I mean, personally, when this comes through, it's our pleasure to take this and keep our copies on our boat. And that's what you do when you anchor up and you're sitting rereading things. We come to Rob and Mike, website managers.
Let me firstly give you a bit of history on it. The website that we inherited about 4 years ago came from some very good work from one of our colleagues, David Hackett, who sadly snuffed it. And we inherited this. He was fairly new to the game, but he used a package called WordPress to develop the website in. We took that on, we developed it further. It's proved to be pretty successful. So we've got a good sound platform. What's happened to it so far is it's served us pretty well. It's the principal means that the club gets new members. So what's happened with the website is a bit like our houses and our kitchens and our boats. Every now and again it needs a bit of a refurb. So we're going to bring it a bit more up to date. We're going to change the colours, change the design, make it look a little bit more flashy. Then we've got things like the technical forum, which the way we work it at the moment is that we've got some nominated people on that forum who every time an item is posted or a question is posted, they get an email saying, hey, there's something on the forum, this is the headline of what's being said, could you help? Chris is obviously one of those, Bob Tuffner is another. When I looked at how often people were posting questions on the forum, I found not very often. And then when I looked at Google, I found that the Facebook group that's associated with the Macwesters is vibrant. It's having a couple of posts every day. The point is that we have to find a way of integrating things. Because if you join the Facebook group and don't go any further, then you're never going to hit the Macwester website. You're never going to be encouraged to join the club. How do we really break it down and create this attractive balance? Because the world has definitely changed. COVID and the degree of digitization that people are now used to, even us stalwart old, Macwester owners are being dragged, howling and screaming into the modern age. Witness the fact that Mike is streaming all of this stuff. Yeah. There's a wealth of technical information buried away within the club, but most of it is in physical format, Chris, isn't it? Now, when Chris gets a request for something, he scans it. Sometimes Linda actually retypes it if the article is illegible.
I've got every journal from number 1.
The other thing that we want to put into the website, and then I'll shut up, I'm sorry I'm going on a bit, is we want to put a shop into it. We want to extend the use of PayPal, so that in fact when you want to buy any of this stuff, it's not a question of emailing Linda. You would buy something off the shop, you would pay for it through PayPal, etc.
Right, thank you very much, Rob. There's a lot of work going on. There's a few people who volunteered to work on this, and I'd like to thank them and Rob and Mike very much indeed. At this point, I am going to step down as Commodore and hand over to the new Commodore, and then there'll be the further election of officers. So, Peter, congratulations. The Cole Baggy-Winkle Trophy, that's the painting, has been won by, this is for the best lengthy cruise article. Right, the Log Spinner Trophy. This is going to be awarded to Keith Carlton for his article in the Autumn Journal, Inaccessible Hanging Locker to Useful Cupboards. And then the Arrowsmith Trophy. And the winner is Paul Stevens for his article Saving Verulam, and one for Jeff White, which will go on, and Greg. Greg.